Alright, so truthfully, I don't even know where to start this one other than putting in a pinch of dip. But one of the most common questions that I get is it worth creating a YouTube channel? Is it worth creating an automotive YouTube channel? And I'm going to kind of give you guys my personal input and just kind of my personal experience of YouTube and everything like that, and kind of explain future plans for the channel. Different than most of my videos, this video is going to consist of a lot of me talking. And if you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me talk, that's fine. Go ahead and click off the video. But this is my personal input. I will tell my story, and honestly, I think it can kind of relate to a lot of you guys. So if you guys could just follow through the whole process of the video, understand where I'm coming from, and we'll go from there. Now, with that, alright, so my personal belief is I think anybody should start a YouTube channel. If you have a phone, if you have a camera, you have anything and an idea, start a YouTube channel. What is the worst that could possibly happen? A lot of people have this kind of hope, and I'm the same way. Everybody has this hope that I'm going to post one video, I'm going to go to sleep, I'm going to wake up, and it's going to have 50,000, 100,000, a million views. Moral of the story is typically that doesn't happen, okay? So in my experience with YouTube, I have been doing YouTube for basically 2 years. We have just shy of 4,000 subscribers, which is honestly fantastic. And sometimes I get myself into like a bind or a situation where I'm like, this is not growing at the rate that I want it to be. And then sometimes like I get messages from you guys, and it really makes me kind of take a step back and understand I was there. I was at that point. I was struggling to get my first 100 subscribers. Then I was motivated to get 500. Then I was motivated to get 1,000. So I got my first 100 subscribers. I was ecstatic. I got my first 500. I was like, holy crap, kind of felt like this was easy. Got to 1,000, took a little bit more time, and I was like, holy crap, guys, I never imagined that this would happen. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I hit a major roadblock in my YouTube. For some of you guys, you might not know this. Initially, when I created my YouTube channel, I was primarily a smokeless tobacco channel. So I would do like smokeless tobacco challenges, make myself throw up, yada yada, whatever. Well, I was involved in this lawsuit, and nothing ever came above it. Like, that's all they did was take your videos and take the demonetization away from it, so you couldn't make money off of the videos. But I was like, listen, that's kind of a route that's gonna end. Just being completely honest with you. It was a road that was bound to end. There's only so much that you can do. So I needed to make a change. Now, while I was doing dip videos, I was making videos of my 2004 Blobeye WRX, as well as Devon's 2007 Cobalt SS. Unfortunately, neither one of those vehicles are no longer on the channel. And, we have moved on to bigger and better things. I got rid of my Mark IV GTI, which I also had on the channel back when we had the WRX. I got rid of my Subaru after purchasing the Duramax. So I bought my LB7 Duramax, which was awesome. Everybody and their brother had a Duramax, so I was like, okay, cool. We'll start a build of my LB7, because not a lot of people are building LB7s, which has since kind of changed. So I bought my LB7 Duramax, still had the Subaru, and then I was like, you know what? I want to get something else, so I sold the Subaru, bought the Jeep. Now, if you guys are familiar with the channel, the Jeep is lifted 2.5 inches on 35s, armor bumpers, all that jazz, looks phenomenal. Not my personal preference when it comes to vehicles, but I'm not the one that primarily drives it. So when it comes to YouTube, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way to anybody, because I'm sure at some point during my course of YouTube, this is going to happen to me. There are times where I sit down and I get so frustrated. I get frustrated because I just put so much time into a video and it gets 50 views. It gets 200 views. It becomes very frustrating. It really does. And then what I do is I kind of reflect. And I watch other YouTubers. And I watch a lot of things on YouTube. I watch video games. I watch automotive. I watch sports. I watch how-to videos, whether it's building something or whatever. I watch a lot of YouTube. I do not pay for TV. I just solely watch YouTube. So with that, frustration builds in. I'm like, I just posted this video yesterday. It got 50 views. But then you have certain people that you feel like kind of rode the roller coaster of having a bigger YouTuber help them out. Now, this, like I said, this is not a bash towards anybody. I am going to use a name in particular, but it's not meant to be a bash, because, you know, I've had conversation with this YouTuber, and he's a really good guy, and he deserves everything that he has. But, for example, Senate Steve. I mean this, like I said, with the utmost respect. Steve is almost at 90,000 subscribers. I watch his videos sometimes, and I see a lot of flaws. All right, a lot of flaws that I try not to make on my channel. Now, everybody's videos are different. Everybody's videos have different purpose, different meaning. And mine, I don't necessarily have the funds to get the Camaro done, like, in a week's time. That's the sad truth of it. I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube. I actually, this month, had my biggest paycheck ever from YouTube of just over $250. Now, that's might sound like a lot, but when you put that into perspective, I had $250 this month. Over the course of my whole duration of doing YouTube, I was lucky to make $30, $40 a month. So honestly, thank you guys so much for all of the support, especially the past month with watching videos and different stuff like that. Steve obviously had the help of Street Speed 717. Now, Mike hasn't helped him out as much recently. Now, yes, he got the OBS and different stuff like that, but it has nothing to do with necessarily the content that he's building off of, because Steve took what Mike gave him as an opportunity, which I would appreciate if somebody did that opportunity for me. But I watch other videos. For example, Steve just posted that he got his new garage. His ending to his video was about 20 seconds long. Sorry, I had a phone call there, but something that really bothers me is, like, I look at the lack thereof success on my end, and then immediately you look at people with success and get frustrated. Steve, for example, yesterday's upload, he's doing something very different with having the lifted C4 and having the lifted Civic. Very different, awesome. I mean, awesome content. But his fills sometimes piss me off. Just being brutally honest. Twice he did it in the video where his garage door, he videotaped it either opening for like 20 seconds and closing for like 20 seconds. And I'll throw in that clip.
Oh, I'm so proud of my hard work.
But one of the worst things that you can do is start micromanaging other people's success, because they have reached a success, and Steve didn't just make it because of Street Speed 717. He's been consistent with posting. He's done some creative stuff, and you know, that's where he's getting his success from. Now, does it help having the initial exposure? Yes, absolutely. I feel like if I got exposed and somebody put me out there and I started getting more subs and more people are acknowledging the fact that, hey, this guy has a YouTube channel, you know, that's obviously going to help me out a lot. I'm not bashing Steve for that. It's just, it's stuff that, like, when you sit down and you're not getting the personal success, it's easy to kind of bash somebody else. Now, excuse me, it's easy to do that, but then the same token, it's also motivating, because I can sit there and be like, dude, I try to avoid any type of stupid fills like that just to make the video longer as much as I can, and it's like looking at the video quality, yes, and his content's great, my content it's there. Do I think it's the best? No, I don't. And a lot of it has to do with money, and like I said earlier in the video, I can't just dump $5,000 into this car right now, because let's face it, the funds just aren't there, and that's the case for a lot of people. But if you have an idea and you want to roll with something on YouTube, by all means do it, because it takes literally, it takes a couple videos, it takes getting that exposure, being consistent on posting on other social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you can post to promote yourself. You might feel like it's annoying to the people that follow you, whatever. You're gonna lose followers, you're gonna lose subscribers. Some people are just gonna be like, this guy has a YouTube channel, who gives a shit? But in the long run, you're going to gain more people than what you lose. I've learned that, and honestly, the automotive kind of community is, you guys are awesome. you guys are also a bunch of assholes. I'm just being blatantly honest. I'm the same way when it comes to it. Like I just explained, like with Steve. There's a lot of hate comments. There's a lot of negativity that you need to learn to just block out. Now, I've had certain points and moments where I've lashed back out at somebody. One of the most frustrating things is I spent multiple $1,000s on my wife's Jeep, put it together, and then I was getting comments, oh, your wife did the build, your wife did that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm sitting there like, are you freaking kidding me? I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning and worked from 7 o'clock in the morning till just after midnight getting that whole Jeep done in one day with Devin. Yes, my wife helped out with little tedious stuff. Had I not recorded, and this was one of my comments to somebody who just blatantly came out and bashed me, if I didn't take the time to record, there wouldn't be a video. I wouldn't have produced content that day. But if you take notice in those videos, there's lots of gaps. There's a gap of like, hey, we got the flares off, but in the meantime, the bumpers are all mounted. Hello? Somebody freaking did that. And sometimes you feel like you're not appreciated, and one of the biggest things in reference to like the future with YouTube, I always rock Dirty Max Jack, enthusiast. Eventually, I want to get myself to the point with this channel, and this is just me being me. This is my personality. A lot of guys find fame, find fortune, and just roll with it, and then they find themselves from owning a 92 Camaro to owning a McLaren, a Lamborghini, anything like that. When it comes down to it, hypothetically, if I were making $40,000 a month on YouTube, I would not buy a Lamborghini. I would not buy a McLaren. I wouldn't buy a Porsche. I wouldn't buy something like that. Openly will I admit, yeah, I'll buy something nice personally for myself, whether it's a Corvette. Highest I would probably go ever, like supercar-wise, would be a GTR. I love GTRs. R35s are awesome. I would love to own one. Now, everybody and their brother has built one, so it's like, it would be nice to have, but I don't feel the need to spend $250,000 to $500,000 on a car when I can, in return, take that money that I would be spending and giving it back to you guys. And you see a lot of people doing giveaways and different things like that, having merch. All right? In 2020, I want to start my own merch line. Yes, I'm a small YouTuber. I think it will be beneficial. I do. I think those that are true fans, true subscribers that really enjoy the channel, enjoy me talking, enjoy listening to me, will respect the fact and want those t-shirts. So this is my thought process. Even if I were to get a GTR or whatever down the road as my personal vehicle, it's not a matter of boasting. It's not a matter of whatever. I get freaked out because I wear my AirPods. Unfortunately, if I wasn't wearing my AirPods, sometimes my audio wouldn't be the greatest. All right, and even with the AirPods, it's not fantastic in and of itself. But I look at it this way. Instead of paying a $4,000 monthly payment, $5,000 monthly payment on a supercar, dude, I could take that money and build 30 cars that could be given back to you guys. Seriously. And one of the main goals with my channel is I want to continue the whole budget build thing. And that's so big because, yeah, it's cool to see supercar content, but in the same token, you can't really relate. Where if I take a 92 Camaro, I restore it, eventually give it to somebody, that is something that anybody can go out, find one for $1,000 on Marketplace, even less, and do the exact same thing. It's affordable. That is what I want my channel to be kind of built around, is affordable automotive content. And honestly, I'm so excited, and I thank you guys so much. We hit a huge milestone of 500,000 views, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is. It's a huge milestone for me personally. We're approaching 4,000. We'll soon be approaching 5,000 subs, and ultimately my goal is to maintain that composure and that inner me basically the whole way through the process, whether the channel has 5,000 subs or it has 500,000 subs. I want to be the same exact person, and I want to be able to give back to you guys. So is it achievable to be a successful automotive YouTuber or YouTuber in general going into 2020 with no subscribers? Abso-freaking-lutely. There are so many people out there like me that are more than willing to promote you, that are more than willing to help you along the lines. I had a conversation with Loud and Proud back when he had 5,000 subscribers, when I just started my YouTube channel. I still had those messages. It's so awesome that, like, when you are watching somebody and they maintain the person that they are despite success, that is so huge to be able to follow somebody and you almost feel compatible, almost feel like you're friends with that person. And that is the type of person that I want to be on this channel for you guys. So if this was your first time watching a video on my channel, I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. If you watched all the way through, thank you guys. I appreciate it more than you guys will ever realize. Till next time, guys, I will catch you later.